Appreciate that.
Kind of tell us a little bit about why JoJo's got the edge coming into Saturday, you think?
Well, I think it's a 50-50 fight. It's a tough fight for both guys. I mean, you have experience. You got a hunger on Jayson Velez, who wants to get back on that stage, knows what a win over Joseph Diaz will do to his career. But you got a special talent in Joseph Diaz who, from day one, at an early age, had goals and knew what he wanted and has been working really hard to get there. So I'm excited about the fight. It's a fun fight for the fans. When I get excited on fight, it's because I'm a fan at the end of the day. So as a fan, I'm excited. So I can imagine, I can assure the fans, you don't want to miss this fight.
Yeah, when I first heard the announcement, I was a little startled because both guys I view as kind of tough fights that guys kind of don't want to fight, and I saw them pitted against each other, so it kind of confused me at first. But is this kind of the rubric of your matchmaking style?
Well, it's the new Golden Boy era. I mean, our boss was a former world champion, multiple world champion, and he didn't take the easy route. So it's very refreshing. It's very good. It makes my job easy to be able to do these fights that the fans really want to see, that the fans, even if they don't think, who's this fighting this, when the fight's over, they'll appreciate the fight. So yeah, I love it. I love matching up. Listen, an undefeated record doesn't define a career, doesn't make a fighter. It's the fights that define a career and make a fighter.
And that's a shot at Mayweather, right?
No. It's a shot at a lot of the fighters that don't want to take risks. I mean, Floyd Mayweather's fought them all, so it by no means is it a shot at Mayweather. He's a tremendous athlete, tremendous fighter. But there's many fighters that want to be Mayweather and want to have a pretty O and a pretty record. Look, Sugar Ray Leonard didn't go undefeated. Tommy Hearns didn't go undefeated. Here we are 40 years later, and people still talk about Marvin Hagler and Aaron Pryor. The great era of boxing.
No, that's real. I just had to kind of bust your balls on that one because guys in the comments section will always say that. What's it called? I was going to say Tino Avila, great fighter. He's from our area, Fairfield, California. What's cooking with him?
Tino Avila is scheduled April 1st to fight his first fight at the featherweight limit. He'll be fighting a very tough, rough fighter in Rene Alvarado April 1st at the Belasco in LA. It's a very tough fight. Again, I don't believe in building records. I believe in building champions. We want to build champions. If he gets there undefeated, if he gets there with a loss or two, but when he gets there and fights for the title, he's ready to win. So from the beginning, it's gradually moving him up and stepping him up.
Okay, finally, I think one of the big fights or big things we heard about this week was Amir Khan Canelo. The undercard got to put together. Kind of tell us a little bit about what some of the stuff that's going on, because I think the big matchup we saw was David Lemieux, and I believe Glenn Tapia signed with Golden Boy this week, right?
Correct. We're reopening with Patrick Teixeira, who's going to be fighting Curtis Stevens. Patrick Teixeira is a young undefeated Brazilian kid who just comes and throws punches and bunches, doesn't stop throwing. Curtis Stevens, we all know Curtis Stevens, tough fighters, coming hungry, ready to get on the big stage. Then you go into the Mauricio Herrera, El Maestro, against Frankie Gomez. Originally it was Herrera possibly fighting Lucas Matisse. When that didn't happen, well, Frankie Gomez was ready to step up and take the fight, and I'm excited about that one. You have experienced veteran against youth, young lion. And then, yes, David Lemieux will be fighting Glenn Tapia. That's a can't miss, man. I mean, both fighters come to bang. Both fighters get hit. Both fighters are looking for bigger and better fights.
Okay, because I was a little confused on that fight too, but I guess that's your logic is to confuse me right now, right?
That's what it's always, keep you on your toes, man. Keep you always entertained, and then at the end of the night, make sure you go home happy.
Okay. Well, thanks.